Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. I'm George Onipe, as always. This morning, I want us to look at a message I simply titled, Our Mission is All About Sensitization in order to save the next generation of Nigeria. Somewhere along the line, those of you who dive into our work may not know what we represent, may not be able to understand what has prompted us to take this path, this very action in a time like this. And so, like it is said, once in a while, there should be moment of reflection in our individual's life. And that is to calculate the distance so far in order to prepare your mind for what is ahead. And so, it's important that at this moment, I'll pause a little bit, refresh the mind of fellow Nigerians so that they will understand our mission here on social media. And of course, most of us who are losing their way will have the privilege of rethinking. Does it worth it that you too on this path? Or is there reason to justify the need why you should pull out? You see, every time we engage ourselves with this moment of reflection, the better us is born, because it gives opportunity for check and balance, errors and correction. And of course, one is positioned with a magnified strength to move ahead. And now let's get it. Our work here, sensitization program we are here to do is in threefold. Number one is to point Nigerians back to where our problem started, because we are making the same mistake. And somewhere along the line, we think we're going to get it right. Sorry. But the truth is that we will get it worse. And so we are sensitizing our people. If you find yourself, your ethnic group, your cabal, playing this kind of game, understand it may favor them in the past, but presently it won't favor them, because the people has evolved. And so there is no need to looking into a future that is characterized with crisis, characterized with uprising. No, there is no need for that. And of course, on a different context, we are going to call out those who are actually promoting these shenanigans. And then on the third base, we will advise our people on what to do. And of course, this is for those who care. But everybody have their agenda on social media. Me and my kind, that is why we are here. Some are here to monetize. And so in the morning they are black. In the afternoon they are yellow. Let me not mention their name. There are some of our brothers, when they need something from Igbo people, because they see the gullibility of the Igbo man, they will begin to shout, I am Igbo, I am Igbo, everybody is Igbo, Ikwere is Igbo, I am Igbo. And then the next day, they are telling you, I am a Jaw, I am a Jaw is a Jaw, I am a Jaw. And the next generation will be confused if they see people like this as their fan. And then you see another bunch of hypocrites. When the political delicious meal, the national cake, gets to their table, they will defend even Satan on the detriment of all Nigeria. But when it didn't come to them, you will know that they know the truth. And that is why it has become a challenging moment, a challenging issue to know those who love Nigeria and those who hate Nigeria. And believe me, the person that will save Nigeria must be a blind man. Certainly, it must be a deaf person. It could be a woman, but the person must be blind, he must be deaf, he must be emotionally, he must be propelled by only objective, guiding his mission. Or maybe you call it election manifesto. If not that, I always say we are in a dicey situation. But this morning, let me see how I can make attempt to reveal these things to you by going back to the history of the creation of Nigeria. These are not always out there in the public, and there may not be any written document to ascertain the authenticness of our message. But you see, those of us who are born reasoning anti-clockwise, we see through your soul. We know your next move even before you plan it. And that place you are going to, we are waiting for you there already. But we refuse to be manifested because we are not mature enough to handle it. Emotionally, we are weak. Mentally, we are not strong enough. But you see, we have evolved. We have matured. We are the karma. With the power of mutation, we'll simply give you back what you give to us. And somewhere along the line, we are now on a sensitization mission. And so the problem now is that we have access to information that we should not have had access to. But this is not supposed to make us brag. This is not supposed to make us feel we have arrived or we are something that we are not. This actually humbled us, believing and hoping that one day the next generation of Nigerians will be able to come forward, just like as the generation of America are today. The next generation of Nigerians should be able to come forward, just as the generation of the Indians are. Indians are not one tribe. The next generation of the Israeli people, as small as they are not the same tribe. Religiously, they are different people, but they have attained to the level of maturity to understand, according to the Musketeer of the France, one for all for one. If they do not live by this principle, they can't defend themselves, not to talk of defending anybody. And today, if Nigeria, for instance, has a war to fight with any neighboring country or any country in the world, hear me very clearly. Those people, if they understand us, they will not need to buy a gun to fight Nigeria. Just like Gowon said, that if he knew that Igbo people love money the way they love, allegedly, that he would not have bought gun to fight the Nigerian Biafra war. All he needed to do is spray money, and then they will begin to kill themselves. And I remember during Biafra agitation time, one of the president or political elite then said that why he doesn't pay attention to Biafra agitators, that they know how to control them. All he needs is to fly a helicopter, a chopper, and then fly over Anambra State. Spray money. Spray money. Just a minute. Spray money everywhere. That they will forget about Biafra and begin to fight themselves. And now, why am I saying this? Anybody that wants to fight Nigeria, irrespective of what we pretend to be, it is simple. All you need to do is rip up on the emotion of one of this tribe. Be the Yoruba and tell the Yoruba, let's protect you from the Fulani. Because Yoruba has issue to address with the Hausas. I'm coming. Yorubas will yield. Of course, I give it to them. They're a little bit progressive-minded, a little bit intelligent. They understand that if they can't fight for themselves, nobody will fight for them. And this is what I've seen so far anyway. And then you go to the Hausa and just tell them you will enjoy all the power. All of you, take charge. Believe me, they will support you and fight the rest Nigeria. Our Igbo people, just tell them you will be the next person to go to Aso Rock. They can even kill all their people before going to kill Yoruba and Hausa. And this is just the truth. And then come to us, the minority, and tell us that you are going to make us majority. And some of us will fall for it. And so, you see, it is not the love of Nigeria that keeps us here. Majority of Nigeria are waiting for the opportunity for something to go wrong so that they can strike Nigeria. They really don't want Nigeria. But you see, it's a free lunch for those who could correct this thing. let it remain that way. And so today, when Yoruba is in power, they favor their people. When Hausa is in power, they favor their people. The Igbo that cannot be in power, any of these groups that favor them, that is their man. And how can a nation influenced by such attitude tell me they want to develop us? And you, minority, you agree? No. No. Now, our mission or campaign of enlightenment is to bring you back from the beginning. Nigeria now say there are 250 ethnic groups. Let us go by that. And then all of a sudden, people started coming out, seeing that we are British property after they have divided us. And this territory called Nigeria is the sole property of the British. Some say it was the Igbo they gave power because the Igbo walked side by side with them. But they couldn't trust the Igbo people because they feel the Igbo people, out of their greed, will not agree to their terms. This may be true. And then the Yoruba people are somehow, they can't predict them. They are another problem for the colonial master. But the Hausa were open-minded. They feel them very easily. And so they gave the power to the Hausa. But the Hausa, as you know, did not go about claiming everything to themselves. Truly, they were free. And so what did the Hausa do? They moved on and formed alliance with the Igbos. Because 99.9% of the supposed Igbo elite, you know, all of them were born in Hausa land. You know, their place chased them. Yet, they don't allow people to come to their place. When you hear Chukwumanzogo, when you hear Dumego Juku, when you hear about his father, when you hear of all of them, they were born in Zungeru. The Hausa trusted them. The politics of the early Nigeria was in favor of the Igbo people. The Hausa and the Igbo formed party and dealt with Yoruba. Yoruba have not recovered from that shock. When you read the history of Obafemi Awolowo, and you see a Yoruba man challenging or insulting Tinubu, understand where they are coming from. We have been there before. Now, after much struggle, the Igbo coup struck. The love, the trust, the pillar that carried the love and trust between Igbo and Hausa was broken. So when you see Hausa cursing Igbo, Igbo cursing Hausa, both of them know where they climbed that tree. They will come down in time. Hausa have not recovered from that betrayal. And Igbo had their own share of revenge. But the problem now is that Igbo created a Nigerian to favor them, which eventually that system fall into the hand of Hausa man. Now Hausa is benefiting Nigeria. Igbo now is a victim of his occupation because the almighty Federal Republic of Nigeria they created, the referendum that they removed, and all that rubbish they did, it now haunts them because Hausa took the full capacity to revenge. And then the Yoruba, on the other hand, what is my concern? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Remember, they are not friends. But for the sake of their enemy, they are friends. So Yoruba all these years, it is he who paid the piper, the things the tune. And so when Hausa man want to go back to Aso Rock, the Hausa man must carry Yoruba along. If not, Yoruba will join Igbo and fight them. And if Igbo must be relevant, Igbo must look for Yoruba to carry along. If not, there will be problem. Yoruba were able to secure a very powerful bargaining chip for themselves. And ever since then, nobody could change this scenario. That is why you constantly hear the quarrel in Nigeria. And the point is, how can you settle a quarrel when everybody claims that they are right? When you talk, Hausa say they are marginalized. You can hear what El-Rufai is saying. You can hear what El-Rufai is saying. one will begin to ask, what is the base of the morality of these individuals? But what he's doing is because Hausa man is not the one in charge. So if it was Hausa, everything would have been fine. When El-Rufai was the FCT minister, he put Nigerians, the non-Hausas, into misery. He demolished building, going back to the original plan. But Wike have not destroyed. You can see how they are attacking Wike. But I'm sure if Wike destroyed half of what El-Rufai destroyed, maybe they would have destroyed the Ikwere land. Because they are not telling you the truth. Because you don't know the truth. Now, when they say, every minister sees this one, he demolishes this one, most of you think you are mocking him. What about El-Rufai time? Let me remind you again. I have a brother who has so many property in Abuja then. Under the government of El-Rufai as the FCT minister. They demolished almost all his property. They confiscated all of them. The few property he could lay his hand on, he sold all of them. Carried his wife and his children, bought Canadian citizenship, took his passport, lodged the plane. As he was leaving, he said, please, it breaks my heart to say this, but I'm no longer in Nigeria. I will never come back here. My children are not Nigerians. And I beg all of you, it may take time, break your ties with me. He's gone. It's been over how many years now? He's no longer in Nigeria. Forget about it. But the problem now is that each time we discuss this matter, you talk Hausa do this thing. In the mind of Hausa man, he's insulting my people. He's insulting my people. You know, get sense, and God will punish you. Because you are part of the problem. When we talk about Hausa, we are only trying to make you to look inside the Hausa. There are people feeding on all of your misery. That is why good luck say he want to build school for you. Some Hausa people are crying. No, we don't need school. We want to be primitive. Let us remain the way we are. We are Lamajiri. Who does that in a time like this? Who does that? And then by the time you move on and say, Yoruba people did this thing that is wrong, you will see the Yoruba person that has not brushed his teeth for a very long time. He will jump up. You are crazy. You can't talk to Yoruba. You can't disrespect Yoruba. Yoruba. But we are not talking to the whole Yoruba. We are actually trying to point out to Yoruba, this your son is running mad. The madness of Nnamdi Kanu did not allow us to talk to Sunday Igboho. But it's a Yoruba. And so there is a way you attack Sunday Igboho. Yoruba cannot escape from it. So if I come out now and say, only idiots talk about Oduduwa nation, invariably, I'm insulting Yoruba people. I'm only saying Yoruba people, you have no reason for whatsoever to say divide Nigeria, except you people are hypocrites, because it favors the Wazobia. Now get it back. But you come to the Igbo at the end of the day, like what we are doing today, trying to expose their criminality. They are committing nuisance everywhere around Nigeria. And their population of these hopeless individuals is increasing on a daily basis around the world. And you say, oh, Igbo people do this, Igbo people do this. Instead of progressive-minded Igbo Nigerians to climb on the van wagon and begin to condemn it so that all of us will know it's not Igbo people. It's a lie. They want the lie to become the truth. We cannot divide ourselves because this is how it happened before. They now killed us. People with this kind of mindset, what we are bringing to you is enlightenment campaign. And now let's discuss it. The minority has no stand to claim, despite the fact that the majority feed on the misery of the minority. This same majority have been playing emotional game with every ethnic group in Nigeria, including themselves. Now, let us explain it and see how we can get a brighter Nigeria. How does it work? The Yoruba has called out for Oduduwa nation. The Hausa has called out for Arewa Republic. The Igbos have called out for Biafra. And they're still doing it every slight opportunity they have. We started it as minority. And the last thing we learned, we've not tried it again. But they are the one now doing it. Ojukwu that stopped Niger Delta Republic is the same one. He's useless criminal people who believe in Biafra are still crying out. We need Biafra. We need Biafra. You must restore Niger Delta first. Now, am I telling you Niger Delta people or minority people are spared from it? No. Everybody has eventually developed a defense mechanism. And so we must defend ourselves. Because if we fail to do that, nobody will. And our mission now, having said all these things, is first of all, consider how they formed Nigeria. Nigeria was formed by Kaaba. There was one of them called Nnamdi Azikiwe. There was another called Ahmadu Bello. And then there was another called Obafemi Awolowo. Ahmadu Bello came with Tafawa Balewa. Obafemi Awolowo has a lot of Yoruba elites by his side. And Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe not only have most of his people with him, he tried to colonize other people along. And that is where you begin to hear about people like Rumusele and Nahuru. They want to use them to deceive all of us that the creation of Nigeria is the handwork of Nigeria. That is why they constantly tell you in Nigerian constitution, we the people of Nigeria. Who are the we? Who are the we, the people of Nigeria? Because our constitution, we were never consulted. Whatever they are saying, Nigerians were never consulted. But each time they tell you, we the people of Nigeria, we the people of Nigeria. But I'm sure if they give room to constitutional review, if they give room to constitutional conference, a very transparent one, I'm sure a lot of issues will be addressed in no time. And Nigerian will be on her way to true greatness. And now, why did I review this side for you? It is simple. If you are Igbo person, you are Yoruba person, you are Hausa person, and they start calling on your people, please, you are human, be sincere. When they say we are created in the image of God, believe me, I do not see the head and the hand as the image they are talking about. These are coded words. I'm not sure God has feet and legs like me. I don't agree. But I have to accept, let's assume he can blow, he can trek, he has mouth, and the rest of the thing. But then I see the true image of God in man is our conscience. Have you noticed your conscience cannot lie? Try making your conscience to lie. You can steer it, you can kill it, you can destroy that part of God in you. But that conscience will never compromise you with you. Instead, they die. And so it is the only aspect of human that when you do something wrong, maybe you slap somebody unjustly, he'll tell you, my brother, what you did is wrong. Oh. You will not suppress it. If he started it now, no matter how you struggle, your conscience will always guide you to the truth. It's your choice to walk in that path or not to walk in that path. And so what I'm saying, deploy your conscience. As leaders of Nigeria, deploy your conscience. That decision you are taking just to favor your people, do you think is healthy for this Nigeria we are trying to defend? This is just our mission, sensitization. We've been arrested by police on my way traveling one of these days. And they stop us and say, all of us in that vehicle are Yahoo people. And they started searching our phone. I didn't say anything. They searched the phone of the first one, maybe say Yahoo. They settled. They called POS. I'm telling you this 2025. I'm not telling you 100 years ago. The guy transferred 500 naira. And they come to me and say, can we see your phone? I say, why should I do that? And they have seen the harassment and intimidation they give to other people. And they've seen how I follow them. And I was with somebody who I have told, transmitting the record. Yes, which I have told, don't ever show any sign that we are together. And so he kept quiet. They try to harass me. They try to do what they can. I say, no, it's not in your place to check my phone. They conquer gun, they do this, you want to prove something. I say, no. You are endangering yourself. And if anything goes wrong, you will wish you never did this. As you can see, I have nothing on me. And I will not allow you to invade my privacy. This is what your commissioner constantly say. Of course, they have reaped enough money out of all of us in that vehicle. And so what do? They left us with the one they have taken and they moved. And people were like, oh boy, you get mind. I said, no get mind. There is a power that shapes my way. It may not be the same power that is with you. No go see police, they challenge them. They can kill you and nothing will happen. But if it is not my time, it is not my time. But now let us ask ourselves a question. By the time you as a police meant to bring sanity in the society, you are out there doing this thing. Where is your conscience? And all of us pretend we want one wonderful Nigeria. We are not angel, I know. By the time your people are the one causing problem in Nigeria, we can't see it. Because my Igbo brother says, oh, they hate Igbo, they hate Igbo, they hate Igbo. Now, as a moral Igbo person, because you are the foundation of all the problem and the sustainer of all the problem we are facing in Nigeria. And it's difficult to say, hard to believe, and very difficult for you to accept. But it is truth. In a time like this, tell me, why are Igbo people sponsoring billions to make everybody Igbo? Even when most of us resist them and say we are not Igbo. Why? Don't you think you should be talking to Igbo people and say, stop this thing you are doing? Are you not embarrassing? Is it not embarrassing? Are you people not embarrassing yourself? And you're still spending millions there. That is why we will not leave you. And you that every day, there are people in your community telling you, sometimes they mock you, sometimes, what is the name? Chikuma, what do you call wake up? Ibalachi. Yeah, you see, and you're not Igbo. He said, no, I'm not Igbo. I no get sense. I've been talking for some minutes now, speaking English. Am I English, man? Because your father colonized me, and we have not talked about it. Your father colonized me for the imperialist. Is it enough reason for you now to claim me? The era of believing is over. This is the era of knowing. That is why it looks like religion is losing its feet on the universe. Because the era of believing is gone. This is the era of knowing. You can't believe you. We need to know it. And so we are on a sensitization mission. Simply to call out the bad in Nigeria. Simply to call out those things that are causing problem to the development, to the unity of Nigeria. If you support your people when your people are wrong, you are part of the problem. If you support the politicians, our leader, when you know they are wrong, you are part of the problem. But believe me, they will betray all of you as they betray innocent Nigeria. It doesn't matter. Look at the Igbo people. With all they defend, they are defending themselves. Every day, one heinous crime against humanity to another is happening in their region. But yet, they still have the guts to tell you it's Nigerian government. The animal called China Sanwo-Olu of Nnamdi Kanu was on his Twitter handle. Oh, look at Nigerian police. They are burning down Igbo community, Biafran community. Why did China Sanwo-Olu not tell us about Udoka Hospital in Anambra? Why does China Sanwo-Olu not tell us that 90% of hotel in the southeast is actually abattoir, butcher, where they butcher human being? Thank God that also butcher cow. But in Igbo land now, they are butchering human being. Majority of who are their problem. Why are Igbo people not revolting against this? And people who see this thing and keep quiet, they go back and gossip about it. Are they telling me that somewhere along the line, they are the one I should entrust my life into? These are the people we can allow to go to the Aso Rock. And so, one part of the sensitization ministry is appealing to you, check your conscience. If you think somewhere along the line we will fizzle out, go and ask Nnamdi Kanu. If you think somewhere along the line we will lose our voice, no. Some of you don't even know where to step in. But don't worry, you will know. Because this is not the era of believing. This is the era of knowing. We must keep this voice high. This campaign must continue. We must sensitize our people. And of course, everybody go back and talk to your people. Some of you are even greater than your community that they can't talk to you. Every time they attack insecurity in the southeast, insecurity in the southeast. All of you have formed a Bubago. You have formed unknown government. You have formed Agone Chamber. You have formed Eastern Security. You have formed everything formable. And Nigerian army have reduced in your region. But of course, I need more Nigerian army in the southeast because they need to protect us who pass through the southeast because we are still Nigeria. With now Nigeria assign 11 police to your home, we are on a sensitization program. It is not your hatred that drives us. It is to deliver you. No matter the lie you talk, the truth will come out one day. I remember when the story of Obafemi Awolowo, I first heard about it. My mother cried. She cried. She said what happened was that they said she's Igbo. She's from Umunede. And they have not given birth to me then. So she's from Umunede then. And we all know Umunede is not Igbo. But you see, this name will answer. They said she's Igbo. But what Awolowo actually did was to take the money of all the people answering Igbo and then share it among Igbo, taking some reserve from the Nigerian coffer to reach out to all of them. And I will not say they even take the money of the Igbo people. Because the Igbo people at that time, who still have Nigerian money with them, were the only few ones that did not subscribe to Biafra. Sorry, they ran away. Some of them were in Lagos, another part of Nigeria. Kano, Kaduna, and the rest of it. It was the Igbo in Igbo land that their money was taken. I listened to Wounded Civilian talking about the 10 pounds issue. He said it is Bendel State that suffered it because they didn't give us any money back. We have not had the privilege to tell the world that, see, they gave Igbo people 10 pounds. They didn't give us. My mother money was taken, and before she passed on, she never had bank account again. But come and look at it from both angles. The Igbo people who caused the problem were settled by Obafemi Awolowo. And if anybody should be hating Awolowo now, I should be the one. But you see, we already know the truth. Obafemi Awolowo knew that the money Nigerians have then cannot all be spent giving Igbo people to start all over again. They took some money from us who are the victim and shared it to Igbo people, 10 pounds. Considering the fact that Ojukwu and his criminal comrade, all of them stole Igbo people money. They were contributing the same way we contributed to Nnamdi Kanu. Or you've forgotten, Ego Idozi Obodo 1, Ego Igbanko 1, Ego Ilumunwanyi 1, Ego Onum Government 1, Ego Nka. You've forgotten our monthly due. I still have my receipt. You see, when we say some things, just hold on. Most of you don't understand. Let me show you something. Look at this thing here. It's an award. See if you can check it. It's an award. So many of it like this. But most of you, your brain is small. I won't tell you anything about this award. One day, I will tell you. Just look at it very well. I have it over 1 million like this. Because you don't know me. But one day you shall. So, where are all the money they give to Ojukwu? Some of them who were in charge of the money become millionaire. Just as Nnamdi Kanu and his family member. Go and look at the millions Nayanya Ugurichi Owa control. Go and look at the millions China Sanworu control. They live in Dubai. They live in Kuwait. And he stays in hotel in Dubai. Go and look at Nnamdi Kanu family member. All of them are living in affluence. Even Nnamdi Kanu on the DSS, he's enjoying. You are the one contributing. If they begin to trace all the people now sponsoring the terrorists of IPOB or Fundibu, they will shut some of your accounts down. My account was flagged up because they allege that I am in charge of procurement for Niger Delta Vengeance. My accounts are flagged off. You Igbo people know. And then I'll come out and begin to cry. Nigeria hates me. Nigeria do this. We must get to the level that we call a spade a spade. So this is the aspect of the sensitization program I want you to know. If you like, blame anybody from here till tomorrow. We have passed the era of believing. This is the era of knowing. And so if you are in Nigeria, anywhere in the world, understand, my last mission here is the unification of the next generation of Nigeria. But sometime, for there to be peace, there will be war. And sometime, to get the real structure you want, you may need to break the old existing one in order to erase a new edifice. And all these avenues, we are not going to shy away engaging them. We will escalate the whole process. Most of you are slowing your feet to our call. No, many are called, but few are choosing. But have it in mind, the journey has already begun. If it is one Nigeria, let it be one Nigeria. If it is not one Nigeria, you need to go back and clean the mess you have created, the confusion you have created, and then you come back for negotiation. And I don't think I will go beyond this because you will be confused. This is where I bring it back. I just want you to understand that we are on a sensitization program. Whatever we talk about your people, go and find out if it's true or if it's false. Let's go to the comment section. Let me take my money dose of insult because I love it. Yes, we see Emerson Isikban. Good morning, my brother. We see Jugunu. Good morning, my brother. We see Uyi. Good morning, my brother. We see my personal person, Shobumbu Scatter himself. I threw a salute for you. But before I don't know why, then let me read your message today. Good morning, good morning, good morning from here. And where are they? 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 I see Adeyemi. He say you are doing well. God bless you. Thank you, Adeyemi. I see Chukwuemeka. He say Lie Diokpa. And these are some of those things I say. Look at this Chukwuemeka now. Chukwuemeka George. You see, the moment, despite that he wrote Lie Diokpa, the moment I saw that name, I know he's Agbo man. And that is the truth. And that is why I simply say Nwebonore. Do you understand? But Igbo man will begin to mock him that he don't know how to spell it. That is what they tell me. You don't know how to spell it. Because they must subconsciously colonize me. These are the problem of Nigeria. These are the things we are here to expose. So, there is no problem. When it looks like we are attacking your people, we are not attacking your people. We are attacking the criminal-minded ones in our midst. The Bible somewhere in Corinthians, I cannot quote it correctly now. Let's see. But it said, it's not our duty to judge those who say they are not Christian. I'll look for that verse and post it. And so you will know it is our duty to do what we are doing. Apostle Paul was admonishing the Christians of the day. When they were talking about, who are you to judge? You don't judge this one. Paul said no. When God said do not judge, that when you judge others, the same measure will be used against you. God was not saying don't judge. He is saying when you judge, don't condemn. Don't you see the law system? Whatever reference they are using to judge you must have come from another judgment in similar cases before time. So, for instance, if they want to pardon Nnamdi Kanu, they will say, having reviewed his atrocity and then comparing it with the atrocity of one so and so in so and so time within so material district, we now seem that there is need for us to temper justice with mercy and pardon him. That is because some lunatic must have committed the crime he committed, and they use it as a yardstick to say, if we can forgive this lunatic, let us also forgive this lunatic called Nnamdi Kanu. That is how the law works. And so he say, if you say this person is a criminal, kill this person. By judgment, they will use it to kill another person. That is why he said, don't judge. And then Paul went to review this and say, see, it is not our duty to judge those who are not Christians. God will judge them himself. But he said it is certainly our duty to judge those who say they are Christians, because this is the only way we can remove the evil ones from among us. I will post that chapter for you later on, and maybe you begin to know why we are doing what we are doing. And so if we don't call all these Igbo hooligans, criminals, hiding under the umbrella of Biafra, unity begging, obedient movement, all these fake product, baby factory, all this fake drug, if we don't expose them, we cannot remove them from among us. So before we get to you, remove yourself from among us, because we are all Nigerians. I am addressing you because you are in Nigeria. I'm not talking to Kenya. I'm not talking to Ghanaian. I'm not talking to Namibia, Samibia, Morovia, Arabambia. I'm not talking to any country in Africa, not to talk of the world. Because I do not have right to judge them. But you see, I am in Nigeria. It is my right to judge you and expose you. But you won't like it. And that makes me your enemy. But can unknown gunmen cross Asaba? If we catch you for Asaba, you'll be unknown gunmen. You will know we'll have two different justice systems. Not to talk of Abo. You do that in your place. At the end, you that I'm saving and you are insulting me, they will come for you. Do have a pleasant day. Igbo Biafra will come later. I will respond to them if it's necessary. I remain George Onyibe, and I sign off from here.